I really love to play online multiplayer games on mobile because I can play the game anywhere I want and stay connected with my friends and play together in a real time. That sounds really fun and so challenging. This whole game will really help you kill your time anytime. Please help this video reach 100 likes, thanks. Top 11 Best Super Fun Competitive Multiplayer Games for Android iOS. Best Graphic Games. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Party Animals. Party Animals. Seriously, the best multiplayer game mobile when this game release on global. At the moment, we only can do a pre-register on TapTap for this game. The gameplay will be really familiar for you all because this game has been launched on many platforms: Xbox, PC, Android, iOS coming soon. The gameplay of Party Animals is we can play together with friends, team up and get the highest score through many modes. Every team will have 4 main players and work as a team and help each other. Keep attacking the enemy with our bare hands and various weapons like boomerang, wooden sticks, or electricity tools. Make them weaker and push the opponent out of the arena to win the games. There are so many different games we can do, like collecting the coal, playing ball, and scoring a goal. This game has the best graphic multiplayer games on Android iOS. Battlegun Fun Ragdoll Piece. Battlegun Fun Ragdoll Piece. Just as the game name, the character of each hero is an animal. We need to become the beast to win the matches, throwing the opponents out of the ring, and we are able to use a punch, kick, and every hero has their own different abilities, like fire breath and hard punch. The main goal is we need to play as a team and we need to make the enemy weaker first before we are able to carry him and throw them out of the ring battle arena. This multiplayer game has some modes that are playable to play brawl and football match. Right now, you can follow the game on Play Store to get the newest update. Disney Speedstorm Kart. Disney Speedstorm Kart. Seriously, I don't believe the mobile game level has reached this visual. The graphics are super insane, probably the best of the best graphic game on mobile. Every object seems super detailed and amazing. The game cannot allow the player to change the display setting, which is the graphic. But so far, this graphic is pretty enough for us to see how realistic the game is. The game has so many popular characters which are protagonists or antagonists like Hercules, Billy, Beast, and Buzz Lightyear. Every character has a different course. The gameplay is we can speed up the speed if the energy bar is full. Remember to get a mystery box to obtain random weapon skill. Some of the weapon skill can do defense and attack, so it's totally about the luck. We can play multiplayer in Disney Speedstorm Kart and pick many selections of arena. Overall, I will give 10 plus gameplay and visuals, the best new multiplayer game online Android iOS. Pen Gun. Pen Gun, such a chaotic multiplayer game with a beautiful graphic environment and super detailed object. The gameplay allows us to switch between simple auto, fire, or advance. Try to aim your guns at the opponent and push the shot button. The battle arena is very big. It's not only wide but also high, so we can move the character farther by using a vertical jump. Throwing a grenade will cause massive area damage. After you kill the enemy, you will be able to get his weapon and switch it to equip. The character customization is pretty much variations. I really love that the control is very responsive and the sensitivity is pretty easy to navigate. The best high graphic multiplayer online game Android iOS. Rumble Club. Rumble Club. This is a new upcoming multiplayer game that we really need to anticipate. The gameplay is we will play in 20 players in total, play the ultimate knockout battle, be the last man standing and keep surviving from any attack the other players. You can use any variation gadgets like a tank, car, and different equipment. But you also need to focus on a movement obstacle around because it can push yourself out of the battle. Get a huge reward by winning the game and start to customize your character's appearance to become more amazing looks. This game will playable for mid-range phones for Android and iOS. Metrofil. Metrofil, such an impressive open-world game multiplayer. It feels like the character creation are pretty much like the MMORPG game genre because the player can have a pet and cool equipment, but actually it's kind of like mini-games when we play the game. It has so many different cool arenas that we need to conquer by reaching the finish line. The number of the obstacles is pretty much, so stay focused on your way and try not to fall down, because it will slow down your speed then. While we are in the Metrofil city, we are able to meet the other players and even dance together. Interacting with the many NPC is possible to do. Best graphic multiplayer online game, Android, iOS, and very fun multiplayer game. Eggy Party. Eggy Party. This game is pretty good for a multiplayer game and honestly has a next-gen graphic visual level. Look at how realistic the sun glares and the shadow of each object, so unreal. No wonder if this game was made by the popular game developer NetEase Games. The gameplay is, the game stages consist of 4 different areas and we will start playing with 32 players. Every stage will only for a limited number that depends on which player has the faster to reach the finish line. We can get some items like a grenade to slow down the enemy, boots to speed up, and many more. If you are falling down from the arena, it doesn't matter if you play in survival mode. Best new multiplayer game, Android, iOS. Funny Fighters. Funny Fighters. I'm still waiting for this game to be released on global because at the Play Store it says in beta testing for quite a long time. But don't worry because we can play this game right now. But even though the game is in beta, the game quality is very promising and really amazing graphic. The gameplay of this new multiplayer game is we will play in 4 versus 4. Kill the enemy to reach 14 points to win the games. The first team that can reach the number will become the winner. In the game, we will easily find some amazing weapons like a barrier shield, gun, stick, electric, and many more. Each of the character will be able to unleash their special skill when the energy bar is full. The best graphic multiplayer game, Android, iOS. Kart Rider Drift. Kart Rider Drift, one of the best kart multiplayer games on mobile that was made by Nexon Company. The graphics are superb, just like the PC or Nintendo Switch level, or even better if we choose the Max Ultra setting on graphics. I'm super happy to see all of the arena is very enjoyable. The gameplay of Kart Rider Drift is we can play multiplayer and reach the finish line. Try to get the first position to get the higher reward. The game is pretty competitive. It's really difficult to get number 1 position. We can get the mystery box and obtain many different items to slow down the enemy or protect ourselves. If you are a player, please give this game a good review because we cannot find any good card game as this game actually. Battle of Ararat. Battle of Ararat. This game is not launched on global yet. We are able to play this game only in a certain region only, but at least we know how fun the game is. Battle of Ararat is a multiplayer game mobile with a TPS shooting style. We will play in 3 versus 3. We must select different heroes between a team. Those heroes will have a different type of skills. We must kill the enemy as much as we can until the rundown time is finished. The character creation seems pretty cartoonish, with fun face motion capture. The best strategy to win the game is we must do a flank action to the enemy's blind spot and shoot your gun by moving the characters while shooting to avoid the enemy's forces. Flash Party. Flash Party. I love the way this game has so many active players. I can assume it by seeing how fast the matchmaking takes time. This game has a side perspective camera angle, so we only can do a forward and backward movement with jumping as well. The player needs to hit the enemy continuously and raise their damage number into higher. The higher damage taken, that will make their strength weaker and easier for us to push the enemy out of the ring. The game has extremely graphics that are really enjoyable to play. There are so many character options we can pick and collectible heroes. Best game multiplayer online, iOS, Android game, mobile.